Attack on Titan solos every single anime with no difficulty, and let me tell you why. Now, I had to wait till I was semi-done hitting puberty, 15 years old this year, till I was actually allowed to watch Attack on Titan. And when I finally sat down watching it, expecting it to be a masterpiece, it exceeded my expectations somehow by over 9,000 times. First up, we got season 1 in. Just know, although there isn't too many plot twists that are that surprising, I'm still gonna issue a spoiler warning. You have been warned. So the setup for Attack on Titan is pretty simple. This giant, goofy-odd Titan kicks down a giant door of one of the 3 walls guarding humanity, which are walls Maria, Cena, and I forgot the name of the last one. There's also some more littler walls right here, but they're not as important. With that, all the littler Titans start breaking in like little gremlins. I can't wait to have my myself a feast. Another wall gets breached by the armored Titan, who's so buff that he literally just breaks through one of the walls. Meanwhile, our main character was just vibing until their mother got crushed by a bunch of rubble from their house that fell over, then proceeded to get eaten by the Smile Titan, who looks really, really ugly. This hook had to be the best hook I have ever seen in a show. You're like, bro, what's this big old Titan doing here? And the show's like, don't worry, we're gonna explain it in about 10 minutes. And you're like, okay. What I've learned is that hooks are important. You don't necessarily have to skip halfway into the story and then go, this is a crazy thing that happened to me and my family. But you do gotta skip a little bit into one of the interesting parts. Attack on Titan does this perfectly. This doesn't spoil anything major, like, no duh, there was gonna be Titans in the show. While also being a really, really cool scene to get my fat ass to watch. Along with 2 characters of the main trio. One of them kind of sucks, to be honest. Eren and Armin are really well-written characters. Armin being the smart, kind of weak guy, and Eren being mentally insane. Basically, Eren is kind of different from most anime protagonists, but he's in the same league as Denji and Tanjiro, where I actually like them because I think they're unique enough so I could separate them from most protagonists. And then Mikasa is one of the first problems I have with this series. Because Mikasa, main character trait, that she's a serp. My god. After watching Attack on Titan and Chainsaw Man, I now understand how whenever we talk about cartoon simps on the internet, we gotta exclude anime, because the whole list would be filled with anime characters. Mikasa, her life purpose is protecting Eren. That's it. No cool character traits. She's just some cool character who could swing on stuff, which there's another character that does that, but way better, Levi. Speaking of swinging, the ODM gear that they use to fight the Titans are really cool and feel scientific. In fact, they're actually possible to make in real life. I mean, they're nowhere near as cool and effective as they are in Attack on Titan, but still. Basically making all the characters into Spider-Man with blades, having them slice off the nape is really cool. And seeing some Titans actively protect their nape is even cooler. And the Titans themselves are funny? Yeah, horrifying. The way that they move can sometimes make you laugh, but also can put you at an unease. Because they're real humans just sprinting at you at full speed. You're just petrified, peeing your pants, being like, oh no, I really hope this character doesn't get murdered. Oh yeah, speaking of characters murdered, a lot of characters got murdered in season 1. To be honest, the only one I cried at was Marco, or felt any kind of semblance of sadness. Like, every other character was irrelevant who died in season 1. Like, second place would probably go to this guy from the Levi squad, and I don't even remember his name, which, okay, that's not really saying much. But still, does it look like I'm about to cry for Thomas dying? To be fair, a lot of the deaths in the original Attack on Titan season was just sort of made for shock value, which I honestly don't mind, because hey, it got set the mood perfectly for season 2. People die. And to be honest, killing a bunch of side characters is way better than killing a bunch of random characters. And there is a little bit of shock value to it due to the fact that during the first season, because the only side character that actually got screen time was Jean, and to an extent Marco, who basically just chose who you're gonna root for based on one-liners and how good their haircut was, or if they looked like Squidward. The first arc of Attack on Titan was such a solid start. Although Eren secretly being a Titan was really obvious, like, no duh. Do you really think when they ate him first was gonna die there? No. Like, this is his show. Y'all really think they're gonna kill him off in episode 5? Even I saw that from a mile away. And I didn't know who the female Titan was. Next arc was also really good. Though I will say, unlike the first arc who had one character I liked die, this one had 0. I still really liked it. Although the twist was obvious as hell, which I'm pretty sure was done on purpose, it did still make you feel betrayed by this Squidward bitch. Yeah, guys, did you know that only 3.5% of y'all are— No! Now is not the time to promote my own channel. Right now, I gotta promote someone else's channel. Enchanted Portals, in a war with another YouTuber to get to 100 subscribers first. So please go check him out. He actually makes some pretty good content. And subscribe to him so that we can get him to 100 before his enemy does. Now back to the video. The second season was sort of season 1, but improved tenfold. Even though there was only half as many episodes, so 1 arc, it was still amazing. Characters that were more important started dying. What I noticed about season 1 is that, well, season 1 killed characters who sort of said one-liners. Season 2 killed characters that were slightly more important. And in my opinion, that's good build-up, you know. Building up to kill the more important characters by killing characters that people kind of cared about at the start. In my opinion, though, the saddest season 2 deaths was definitely this guy. I forgot his name, but I do remember his face. Not gonna lie, bro got done dirty by this Black Titan. Yeah, speaking of the Black Titan, before we continue, I just want to break character for a second, just letting you know I'm black in real life, so I'm allowed to make this joke. He's one of the greatest villains I have ever seen. Not only is he surprisingly empathetic, even though he's an asshole, but he's an asshole, and although he be playing and toying with our heroes, because when he toys, he's getting stuff done. So instead of thinking, oh wow, this is so boring, bruh, just kill them already, you're thinking, oh my god, this guy's so evil. Even when he's playing, he's still getting bodies. No! And the 3 twists, which, by the way, are the last you'll see of any Titan shifters that we knew prior, were extremely well done. And especially the armor and the Colossal Titan. By the way, last warning to click off. Go watch Attack on Titan and then continue this video, because I'm about to drop the biggest spoiler ever. See Bertolt, you see Reiner? They're the Colossal and Armor Titan. This is a twist that, if you paid enough attention to, you could see the twist. I mean, I didn't. I was kind of suspecting Colossal Titan was a person, though. When they revealed themselves, and it was clear that they kind of got attached to them low-key, but they had to go with their OG plan. And when they tried to capture my boy Eren, everybody came rushing to his aid. That, not gonna lie, pretty sweet art. And at the end, where the Smile Titan came back, Hans, oh my god, Hans. Remember when I said this guy was the saddest death in season 2? I lied, this guy was the saddest death in season 2, bruh. He decides to try to avenge Eren's mother by trying to kill the Titan that he once ran away from, but sadly, my guy got clapped and then ripped in half. Rest in peace to Hans. However, luckily, conveniently, the Smile Titan had some royal blood in it. The Titans, again, another spoiler, but please go watch the show, are actually humans. So when Eren punched him, all the other Titans proceeded to eat them alive, giving our main characters the time to escape. A massive improvement for season 1. Especially the characters here, they're way more developed. This was the season where Sasha became my favorite character, because I love funny characters that are also really competent, like Inosuke from Demon Slayer, or Tengen from Demon Slayer. Season 2 can't even compare to Season 3. Now, Season 3 was when I officially gave Attack on Titan its 10 out of 10 rating. It was a masterpiece. The first arc had a little bit less fighting, but at the same time, it was an amazing setup and an entertaining arc, no less, because we finally got some human with ODM gear versus human with ODM gear action. The new characters here were really cool too, like Kenny the Ripper. Even if, bro, Oh yeah, spoilers. He dies at the end of this arc. Yeah, he was cool. Oh, I'm looking at it. No important characters died in this arc. But don't worry, it's made up for in the next arc. And that arc was the arc that had me on the tips of my toes. Not even on the edge of my seat. I was on the tips of my toes during that time. By this time, the Black Titan, the Colossal Titan, and the Armored Titan came back for one epic final battle. And in this case, they did something that I really love. The heroes kind of win. They kind of took a dub, you know. They managed to kill Burke lanky ass, but the Beast Titan and the Armored Titan both managed to get away. And they lost all but 9 of the Scout Regiment, including Erwin, bro. That speech, although most people, because they're pussies, wouldn't go ride on their horse and charge the Beast Titan. Personally, if I lived in the Attack on Titan world and my option was to die, and Erwin gave that speech of why I should fight on for my fellow people, y'all already know I'm saddling up on that horse and I am yelling. I'm gonna be like, let's go get the Black Titan. And the ending of this season, honestly, if the series ended here, it would be pretty satisfying. In fact, I like to think that there's a universe where the series sort of ended here and just everyone gave up. But Season 4 was just, if not more good than Season 3, so let's just jump right into it. Season 4 decided to take a different approach, and instead of following our main characters, followed our main characters, some more main characters. You see, the Arnold Colossus, little female, black, cart, etc. Titans came up to destroy the people on Paradias, the people who live in the walls that we've been with the whole time. We decided to go from the soldiers' their point of view, where we meet some really well-written characters like Gabby, Falco. Everyone else is just irrelevant cannon fodder. Oh yeah, there's also Peak too, and Obanai. Oh, okay, maybe not all of them are relevant cannon fodder, but Gabby starts off as somebody who's racist towards the Paradise people, and it makes a lot of sense because she was raised by that. But slowly throughout the series, she learns, hey, maybe I shouldn't be racist, and that was a really good lesson. By this point, the Titans don't really exist too much. There is actually a scene where they all go fight a bunch of Titans, but for the most part now it's human v human, but it felt deserved. It felt satisfying that we're now having more human on human action, and seeing it all from Gabby and Falco's perspective, seeing them have their families get gruesomely murdered by Eren Yeager, who's now the villain of this series. Seeing Eren Yeager go from a heroic man to an insane dude who's gonna do anything to accomplish his dream of freedom felt so deserved. It was so cool too. Well, part of me still does prefer the hero Eren, which is why Eren Yeager is definitely an S tier character and easily solos all other anime protagonists. And when Gabby and Falco came up and sniped one of the characters, I'm not gonna say who it was because this is actually a really big spoiler and their death is really important to the plot. But not gonna lie, I definitely cried at that death. Even though somebody already spoiled it for me multiple times, I still cried a little bit. It was so well done and it was so sad. Although the character might as well have been alive. Alright, have you seen how many flashbacks they appeared in after that? By this point, every character in Season 4, besides Mikasa, was really well written. Even this random army general got a backstory, character traits, and all this other stuff. Most army generals are literally just NPCs spawned in to just train the main character. But this guy, my guy sacrificed himself on the episode leading up to the 2 specials. Speaking of the 2 specials, I haven't watched them yet. One of them's in Japanese and the other one doesn't exist, which is why the Attack on Titan hype is still well and alive right now. Anyway, I hope this explained why Attack on Titan is the most goated anime ever. I'm leaving. Hey, well, I know what something I'm gonna start doing? Boom! You see that? You can now go vote on the poll on what my next video is gonna be through the link right there. Anyway, goodbye.